Now, last year, the study found that race was commonly identified as the most divisive issue in South Africa. What was found out this year and why?
Well, this year and over the past couple years, South Africans have identified class as a key impediment for reconciliation. However, when we dig a little bit deeper, we see that class is still a racial issue, especially in terms of material exclusion. So class in relation to race is our key impediment to reconciliation, especially when we look amongst the materially excluded South Africans.
Now, why do people believe that reconciliation among races is impossible with the existing gaps between the rich and the poor?
It's not that it's impossible, but that it's challenging, because when we think of reconciliation only in terms of psychological boundaries, and we imagine that we're all on an equal footing and we just need to get to know each other a bit better, this is an easier concept. But when we realize that reconciliation also speaks to issues of power, inequality, and geographical segregation, then we see the challenge ahead of us. Now, this is a challenge which has a very, very long history. And we've done a lot of the work in reconciliation towards getting to know one another, breaking down racial barriers, especially in the middle and upper classes. But the road ahead of us, we are facing the need to break down the class barriers, which are also geographical, which is why we're proposing the concept of radical reconciliation to push us into the next era of reconciliation in South Africa.
What role does poverty play in this issue of reconciliation in our country?
It plays a central role, and this is what the concept of radical reconciliation is proposing, that issues of poverty, issues of class, issues of material transformation are central to our future of reconciliation in South Africa. Poor South Africans who continue to be black are segregated out. This is a legacy of our past. When we ask South Africans how much contact they have with other race groups, the higher up you go in class, the more interracial contact there is. The lower in class, the less interracial contact there is. So here we see a key relationship between material exclusion and racial integration, or poverty and racial integration.
So economies of scale do make a difference?
Absolutely.
Now, what is really needed then, Kim, for South Africans to come together and reconcile, so to speak?
Well, our survey is on public perceptions of the citizenry. So we believe that the citizenry plays a key role in bringing the country forward and in reconciliation. What is needed is a shift in consciousness. So at the moment, our findings also show that South Africans tend to live in bubbles, tend to live and let live, so to speak. But we need to push to the next level of being aware of how other South Africans live, being connected to how they live, and caring about the plight of South Africans. So at the level of citizen consciousness and citizen desire for transformation, we still have some way to go in this area.
And then finally, Kim, if we look at the barometer or the release that came out, what else came out of it?
Another key finding is the drop in citizen confidence in political parties and governance institutions. The public protector rates very, very highly in terms of confidence, but national government has dropped by 10% since last year, and political parties have the lowest confidence of citizens. So this is a key finding speaking to political parties, that they need to work on their levels of trust that they inspire in citizens. Because for reconciliation to move forward, citizens need to feel that government and political parties are accountable, that they care for them, that they're interested in the well-being of citizens.
Thank you so much. That's Kim Wale, the project leader from the South African Reconciliation Barometer. Thank you so much for your time.